Insects are animals that have an outer skeleton. They have no bones. The outer skeleton protects and supports the insect.
ATP is used by cells to power their activities, to grow, divide, replace worn-out cell parts, and execute many other tasks. Certain chemicals will contaminate the water supply if they are poured down the drain. Other chemicals may create a fire hazard when thrown into the trash.
Reinos o grupos. Los 5 reinos son monera, formado por todas las formas de vida de una célula que no tiene.
The graphite allotrope exists as layers of flat carbon sheets, stacked one on top of the other. As a pencil moves,
Unconformities are common in sequences of sedimentary rocks, where a much younger layer lies directly on top of an older layer. In the Grand Canyon, you can observe that the unconformity exists where a much younger layer lies on one formed much earlier. The bronchial tubes divide into smaller air passages called bronchioles. The bronchioles end in tiny balloon-like air sacs called alveoli. Your lungs have over 300 million alveoli.
In 1923, a committee of veterans decided to change the words "my flag" to "the flag of the United States of America."
That the Underground Railroad began in 1781. That's when abolitionists began to organize a system for hiding and aiding runaway enslaved people.
The curved lines that form the grid on a globe are called lines of latitude and longitude. Lines of latitude go around the Earth.
Listening to stories told by the native elders was also an important part of a child's education. Stories and songs about heroes and their adventures taught children about their past, their culture, and about good morals.
On the base of the statue is a poem written by Emma Lazarus. It celebrates the idea that America is a place where people from different countries and cultures can come together. The Statue of Liberty is no longer the world's largest statue, but it is perhaps the best-known symbol of freedom for people anywhere in the world. Each state gets a certain number of electors. The electors vote for president and vice president. The number of electors is equal to the number of representatives in Congress. At the end of the Civil War, the United States entered a period of rebuilding, of reuniting the states that had seceded back into the nation. This period is known as Reconstruction. During Reconstruction, 3 amendments were added to the Constitution.
I can't believe you gave me a D. You just wanted to see me fail. I should mess you up.
Puberty is something everybody goes through. Here's what happens. In your head, just below your brain, is a small pea-shaped gland. It's called the pituitary gland. When the time comes, the pituitary gland releases 2 hormones.
So what is tobacco? It's a plant that is grown around the world. After tobacco is harvested, it is dried and mixed with other substances. It is then rolled into cigarettes and made into other tobacco products.
Vegetables should you eat every day? Well, if you're 4 to 8 years old, you should eat 1.5 cups of vegetables every day. A girl aged 9 to 13, you should be eating about 2 cups of vegetables, and a boy 9 to 13 should eat about 3 cups of vegetables every day.
Eva, I hate to say this, but those colors you're wearing are painful to see together.
Why? I like them, they're comfy.
I think you should drop the comfy look. It's gross. And your hair looks stupid like that.
I like it.
You have no sense of what looks good. Your clothes, your hair, and even your shoes. Yuck!
So when Mom said no, what did you say?
I said you never let me do anything.
Well, that's your mistake. That's not the way to do it.
What did I do wrong?
You said you never. That makes it seem like you're blaming her. Here's the trick. Use I messages. You want to tell her how you feel and what you want.
Come on, guys. When am I going to get to play?
You just played Dragonfire.
That was an hour ago.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think so.
You know what? I'm just going to leave.
No, don't go. No one cares. Go, you baby.
Why don't you go?
Guys, knock it off.
So, things got pretty heated for a few minutes.
So what'd you do?
Well, we had to come up with some ideas so everybody would be happy.
The way Mr. Hemmons touched Jason made him feel very uncomfortable. When Mr. Hammonds touched Jason's private parts, Jason told him to stop.
Mr. Hammond, stop. What are you doing? You can't touch me there.
Nick wondered who sent it. He was mad and decided to reply.
You're a jerk. Back off.
Now Nick thought it was over, but he was wrong. The next day, he checked his email again. And there was another email. This time it said, "Not so cool." Nick opened it.
Okay, dweeb. You shouldn't call people names. You will be taught a lesson. Be careful where you go. We'll be there. See you soon.
I believe one of the main reasons that you have to be 21 years old to drink alcohol is because the brain doesn't develop fully until one is 26.
Insecurity, distrust, and possessiveness go hand in hand.
What am I supposed to do here by myself? Like, while you're off
hang out
meeting,
with your friends,
meeting,
talk, write me
meeting
letters.
new girls and being an acting major. What am I supposed to do? You're so selfish and self-centered. Like,
I'm selfish?
I can't believe you're doing this.
I'm not.
Like, who do you think you are?
Are you in a possessive relationship? If so, it shows that the relationship lacks trust or the possessive person is incredibly insecure.
I've been bulimic since I was 9 and anorexic since I was 13. Been in recovery for about a year now.
Susanna is one of millions of men and women that struggle with an eating disorder. An eating disorder is more than just making sure you follow a daily exercise regimen or watching how many calories you eat each day.
In set theory, the parts of the whole are similar. For example, the number of girl students in a class is a part of the whole number of students in the class. Girl students belong to the set of all students. The number of math teachers in the United States is a part of the total number of teachers in the United States. Math teachers belong to the set of all teachers.
If the singular noun ends with a consonant plus the letter Y, like the word butterfly, change the Y to IE and add an S to make it plural. The butterflies got nectar from the flower.
I always like to tell people, welcome to my home. Why, we have all the modern inconveniences. When you enter our home, you come into the entryway and you'll be greeted by George Griffin. He's our butler and quite a marvelous gentleman. He's been here for years and years.